Okay, a recap of the main stories this hour. Voting's ended in Thailand's general election, counting now underway. Anti-government protesters forced about 10% of polling stations to close down. The country's Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra called the early vote in a bid to end months of protests. Okay, more on Thailand's general election. Counting underway, as I say, despite the fact that 10% of polling stations were forced shut by anti-government protesters. Let's go to Bangkok and talk to Kreng Sak, General Wong Sak, President of the Institute of Future Studies for Development in Thailand. The real question is, Professor, will this election settle anything?
No, it will not settle anything to a level where we will have satisfaction of the result, because there's a number of seats, 28 seats, not even registered, and it is not enough quorum to form the parliament to select the prime minister. And therefore, it will take 3 to 6 more months even before we begin to see a possibility of the new government come into being if nothing intervenes between now and then.
What sort of damage?
All this turmoil will continue because both sides...
Turmoil will continue,
Sorry.
as you say. I was going to wonder what sort of damage that's going to cause to Thailand, such a power vacuum.
Well, it's something which is regretful, but it has been going on for a few months, and if we carry on many more months, it could really be a big hit for our economy. So far, there are some hits already, not as strong as many have been saying, but it has been felt. Therefore, I'm worried, and therefore, I'm hoping for a quick solution which may come if there's some kind of amicable solution, which I'm always requesting for, and I think we need to think seriously of that. Both sides are declaring victory. You can see the Prime Minister Yingluck is very happy that election day has finally come, and she have the legitimacy if she win again, despite there are no contestant from the main party, and surely she will win therefore. But the turnout will be so low that it will be unbecoming to be able to have a real legitimacy to form a new government, even if all those seats which yet to be filled eventually down many more months from now.
She is seen as a proxy by
the
many
other side,
people for her
protester,
brother. She is seen as a sort of acting as a functionary for a powerful man who lives in Dubai, her brother, Thaksin Shinawatra. I want to ask you whether things have changed in Thailand since she's been Prime Minister. Have the people there prospered, or has their standard of living fallen?
Unfortunately, when she comes into power, there's a lot of problems that come not of her fault, as well as partly being attributed to her fault. The part about the flood also has affected her quite badly in the early stage of her career when become Prime Minister. But also there's another part which has to do with the rice pledging scheme, which has affected the farmers. They're not getting the money they are being promised, and now being caretaking government, finance cannot be given, and therefore she's being hit quite badly, and her popularity, which has risen earlier, have now gone down slightly, and therefore I think she is not being looked upon as strong as before in her popularity. Well, but everything being said, she is still a very charming person and has been the right person to be a proxy for the former Prime Minister Thaksin.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much indeed, Professor.